Welcome, everyone. This is Papa Duke's the OG Social Network podcast here in the great state of New York, in the great city of New York City. I'm here in my home in Parkchester, in the Bronx, on a beautiful evening. I had a big overcast today. Today, we're having our special guest, the beautiful group, Nikki, Trey, and Chris, who's also known as Cyril. They're our special guests today from the FTP podcast, and they're all over. They're in LA. The gentlemen are in LA, and Nikki's in North Carolina. But we'll be discussing politics, the zeitgeist of the community, talking bullshit. It's going to be really an open conversation today, and I'm looking forward to truly having a great conversation with them. I want to give big shout outs to my sponsors, Produce 420, Green Spectrum CBD, it's so many, Surfside, Jade Stone Cannabis Branding, Wetbod Distributors, and of course Silk Road. I love them so much. We have so much going on this week. I have so many things happening. You know, we have the GoFundMe going on campaign. You have all the information. Just go to GoFundMe, look for the OG Social Network podcast. Also, too, the New York State Canna Farms Tour has been getting a lot of interest. So it looks like we'll be starting that up in April. We'll be able to visit Canna Farms in Long Island and upstate. As soon as we hunker down and get all of the logistics, you all will know as soon as possible. Remember, we're also on YouTube. And we will also be oh my God, the analytics I saw on YouTube this last month has been amazing. Remember to just subscribe, like, comment, share. We also have our Patreon membership. I'm also doing a campaign for Kick for Cause. I'll be talking to you at the end of the show about that as well. Kick for Cause is a lovely campaign that is One Step Foundation, I believe, that they try to find the prosthetics for children that need to, this is very new to me, guys. They're looking to get the foundation to get sponsors to buy prosthetics for children. They grow out of them and they cost so much money. We're going to talk more about that later in the show as well. Our scheduled podcast, I'm going to have Regent Wanda L. James on March 6th and Dr. Daniela Vergara March 18th. We have some other things going on as well as Reverend Kelly from the Canada Tourism Alliance out there in Canada, in Ontario, Canada. We're going to be talking with her on the 25th as well. It's so much going on, guys. Now I'm very excited, and I was invited to speak at this lovely 420 festival and summit in Niagara Falls. It's going to be April 19th and 20th. So it looks like for the first time I won't be in the city, but I'll let you know and keep you posted. Again, thank you all so much for coming on. It's been crazy. I'm going to now introduce these three beautiful people from the FTP podcast. I have Nikki. I have Chris, who I'm going to call Cyril because that was my best friend's name as a kid. and of course, Trey. Hey. So how are you all doing?
Good.
Doing really good.
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Let me tell you. Let's do one thing. Mute me because there's going to be a feedback, right? So how are we doing there? Oh, okay, good. Oh, I don't think it's you guys. It's me. No worries. So I was going through your podcast. And your feed, and I could tell, Nikki, you really dominate. You dominate the conversation. Yeah. Right. I think I saw Chris speak once. And I've never seen Trey at all say a damn thing. No, it cuts to him. And that's it. So how did you all get together?
Well, I was already working on this show before, but it wasn't in this format. It was a different format. It was more multicultural, etc. Mm-hmm. And it was more like a left and a right thing. And I wasn't really feeling that first, so I was like, I need to find something different. And so when I found something different, I seen Nikki's first, and I seen her. I think it was a quarter or something, a quarter or fifth, and it was interesting. I said, this girl is going in. And then I seen Micheline. Micheline was popping up, and then also I seen Maya. And I said, let me reach out to them and create a different show. And so that's what I did. And reach out to them, and the rest is history.
Oh man, how about you, Trey?
Me? How they brought me in. Well, I've been friends with Chris for quite some time, and he thought I would be a good addition to the show. I like to build things, I like to organize, and I also like to give my take because I'm very much somebody that's in these streets. Like I patronize the businesses, I go to the clubs. I'm very much active in the LGBTQIA community out here. So like the things that the people are talking about, I hear them.
And Nikki, how about you?
I got into Chris reached out to me, and something the second one, rest is history. But I started creation the day after the election. I just there was a word on my spirit, and at that point I had my followers on TikTok. And I was like, nobody's gonna see this. Well, 1.4 million views later. And I've been doing this ever since.
Okay.
And with FTP, it's just I have two brothers now that I didn't anticipate having, I absolutely love. So I do dominate, but Chris lets me go. He sets it up, and I hit it.
She knocks him down, baby.
She knocks him down because I noticed that you all talk about a lot of the relations between white America and Black America, and how it affects our communities. How I keep hearing like leave us alone. We want to build our own, and I think that the underscore of entitlement with white community is opening up now, where people aren't accepting it. So you all are in LA, right? What's the mood out there now that ICE is gone, and how do you feel about the political what is expected like with Gavin Newsom? We want to know what you guys are going to do on that side. When it comes to the midterms, when it comes to getting the word out, seeing what you all went through with ICE these last several months. What's the tone? What's the mood of the community out there?
So it's interesting here because you'll have random protests in just random areas, but it won't be anything. So ICE will only go to areas where they know there aren't a lot of Black people that won't like retaliate or fight back at them. So when ICE first started, they targeted this area called the Alley, which is the biggest area that has the most how can I say it? I guess I would say under the table businesses of the Latin community. So when ICE first hit the scene, that's the first place that they went. And then that was the only thing you really heard about ICE showing up here in Los Angeles, because like once LA got wind that ICE was around, like they started kind of pushing back. And it's not like ICE will show up in the urban communities like Compton, because they know they know they're gonna get it. So it's interesting because you'll have some of the white gays that will protest and will put on their social media just to show face, but like they won't really do anything. Like it's very surface.
Well,
And then
it's as if it doesn't affect them directly.
right.
But since
And then also like with the Black people, it's kind of like that as well, because like we're kind of like, okay, this is not our fight. Well, the surface of it, like the front lines of it, we feel like it's not our fight. So you don't really see a lot of Black people going out to protest.
Well, we would be the first ones to get arrested.
Exactly, and shot and detained and all those things.
Right. So, and it's not out of fear. It's just fact.
Yeah.
So, do you think that with the shooting of Woods and Freddie, that would bring out the white community more? I know Minnesota's been kicking ass. They've been kicking ass for 50 years.
The shooting of anyone that is not Black will always bring out the white community.
Right.
That's all I'll say.
Right. How do you feel about that, Chris? You're on mute.
Can you?
Yeah.
How I feel about it. At the end of the day, I grew up with white folks. I was in foster care. And on my end, and as I said, I show white people going to white people. That's just the way it is. Even with Gavin Newsom, I believe he's running for election, the presidential election, so they're going to be having somebody else going to be taking his spot. And so, he's going to be worried about the presidential election instead of the state. And you see a lot of white folks. It's so very performative. It's the same thing at work. They will sit there and act like, I care about Black people's problems. I care about everything going on. But then they go right in their desk and they go sit down. They go right back to watching a movie or whatever they want to do, and they're not going to protest. They'll say they are, but they're not going to do it. And that's what I've noticed about them out here. It's very performative. Oh, see me, I want to be seen out here. Protesting, etc. But they really don't want to be a part of the real protest, which is, hey, I might get shot. I might get ran over.
Right.
And even with the Alex Freddie and Renee Good incident that happened, I see white folks like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get hurt. And so now you kind of see them backing off of protesting. And I'm like, okay, so you guys are okay with other people protesting when their bodies are on the line, especially when it's Black bodies. And me and Nikki looked at this Facebook post not too long ago. And when we looked at this post, it was a bunch of white folks on there pretty much stating, oh, why don't we go back to the regular schedule programming where Black and brown are the ones getting shot? And it had thousands of likes. And I said, you guys tell us how you feel. It's like, I'm not surprised that people are saying that. But now that they're being targeted, now that we have to go out there and march, now it's a problem. And so, like I said to Nikki and Trey, I said, foundational Black Americans need to keep their ass home until everybody else, 90% or more from every single group, go out there and march. If they're not doing it, we're not going out there and help. That's just how I feel about it.
Nikki, how do you feel? What is it?
My feeling is the same as Chris. I'm personally I'm not going outside, and you're not going to make me feel bad about that, because white people, and as I always say, especially when it comes to people of color, I make the distinction. I don't see myself as a person of color. I'm Black. But when it comes to a lot of POCs, they're very anti-Black until they get treated anti-white. Right. And as far as white people are concerned, they don't want us to fight with them. They want us to fight for them. They want to be a part of the revolution in terms of receiving the credit for attendance. Meanwhile, they get to go home and tell the story. Oh my God, I was there. I was part of the revolution. But Black people are leaving in body bags. That's what they want. They want us to be their human shield. And we're not doing that. And the onus of unity is always on Black people. Every time Black people set a boundary, which I think collectively, we've never done that before. This is the first time collectively where we got together without, a meeting, without a mass,
right,
present. Like, we decided, we're not doing this anymore, because unity was November 5th, 2024. We voted correctly. Anybody else that didn't vote correctly, you're getting what you voted for, and you're a part of that. Whether you voted for Trump, whether you voted for Jill Wooden T. Stein, who pops out every 4 years, or you didn't vote at all. All three of those things collectively, those last two, you still gave a vote to him, whether you want to admit that or not. So this is to me is white folks' business. White people have been destroying this country since black people built it. You want to burn it down to the ground? That's fine. We're not new to this. We're true to it. You can't do anything to black people you haven't already done before.
God, I'm so glad I had him right now.
Nikki will give it to you, baby.
Nikki, I got. And the thing about it is, it's like I found people to talk around the issue, and I've been telling people that I've been on this planet for 6 decades plus 2 years. And I cannot seem to grasp the reality of everything that's going on right now. It's blowing my mind. With everything that's been flipped in the past is now coming to light as truth. What is the most significant thing that has blown your mind, say, in the last 6 months? I want to start with Chris.
So you said what happened in the last 6 months?
Yeah, like what news has blown you away? For everyone, it's the Epstein files. It's these oh my God, that fucking administration. What is it that has impressed upon you to act and speak out on what's been going on? I'm not going to start with Nikki because she'll go on for 20 minutes. We're going to make her laugh.
It's called Nikki cooking. I would say the thing that got me the most in regards to this has to be that nothing has been done about this. Zero. I mean, the man is still in office. All these files have been released. You already know his history, sexual assaulter, grab him by the pussy, 6 bankruptcies, bankrupt a casino, all of his businesses were failed, multiple sexual allegations, terribly at running the country. It's just everything about it, and he's still there, but it's not just him, it's all the people there. You can look at Pam Bondi, you can look at RFK Jr., and I always get on RFK Jr. because me being from Kansas, this is why I say I'm not shocked. I said I'm used to seeing mediocre or below average white dudes like that, or white people get positions like this.
Yeah, me too.
And they would get a position, and they will have the most qualified Latin person or black person sitting right in front of them. They will go outside the company. They will go on the streets to search for somebody so that person can be your manager, and then you have to do their job and train them on it. And so that's why I said I'm not shocked, because I said they keep talking about DEI, and we said no, WEI, white, entitled, incompetent. Because I said, if you look at this, I mean, you got people with no degrees, no experience, never worked in the field before, but he's sitting here trying to give you medical advice.
Yes.
And not only that, he's a chain smoker and a heroin addict. That makes it even worse. I sit there and I look at this like, this is exactly what I be talking about. And the reason why they keep saying DEI is because white folks don't like to compete for jobs. 9 times out of 10, if it's not somebody, if they're not qualified, they'd rather get it based off their white skin. And I've dealt with that so many times. And then you just go down the list. You even go down to McMahon. She lied on her resume.
Yes,
not only did she lie on her resume, she still got the job.
Yeah.
So this is why I tell you, I'm not really shocked about anything right now. Especially not with the white folks. Everything that's going on right now, all this performative, they're so outraged about this, and then they nothing.
Understood.
Like everybody's still in the same positions. So I'm not really shocked.
Well, what we're going to do is take a commercial break, and I'll be right back.
For too long, cannabis branding relied on outdated stereotypes. We're here to change that. Jadestone is a woman-owned, strategy-first creative agency, building brands that stand out, resonate, and perform. With white glove service and meticulous attention to detail, we transform ideas into bold identities and memorable experiences. From brand strategy and visual identity to packaging and dispensary design, every touch point is intentional, refined, and crafted to make your brand unforgettable. Let's create something extraordinary together.
Hey everybody, welcome back. The sound is good for you all, right?
Mine's having an echo.
Chris,
Yeah, there's this.
getting an echo.
Yeah, it's a echo.
I wonder how I can get rid of that. This is my first time running into this. But I apologize about the whatever. I can fix that when we edit. So getting now to Trey. How do you feel?
What has shocked me?
Yes.
I'd say shocked is a strong word because nothing really shocks me now. But what I guess inspires me to either just speak up or make content is just the gaslighting, particularly with the president, the shit that he can just post. And like nobody will even like bat an eye. Nobody will like jump in and correct him. It's just like fine for him. Like he'll post, like he posted like the that video of like the Obamas as monkeys and said it was something about the Lion King when there was not a damn monkey in sight with the Lion King aside from fucking the fucking guy that was holding up the I forget what the camera is. Yeah. Like the gaslighting is what's crazy to me. And then Pam Bondi, like just like straight lying under oath, just lying to people, not even looking at the victims once is crazy work. Like crazy work. These people are able to just stand on this public stage and gaslight everyone, and nobody's doing anything. Nobody. And then there's a person like Jasmine Crockett that will spit facts, and then what is it? Bleach blonde, bad body, butch built girl can talk about her eyelashes, like that's part of the court system. Like what? Those are the things that confuse me. It's not necessarily shock me.
It's as if though the in high school all the jocks and cheerleaders that they're the ones now that are running the country. Now, Nikki, how about you? You have 37 minutes.
It's gonna be nothing. When it comes to crackers, don't shit surprise me. My parents are boomers from the deep south. They taught me about white folks real early. So I'm a black woman that has never given a fuck about what.
Okay. I can tell. I look at those seeds, and it's like just shut up and listen. You know.
And they don't like that. They don't like that, especially white men. They don't like that I'm not afraid of them.
Of course. Okay. So what is the political environment like in North Carolina, especially when it comes to like the political scene, but are y'all also like focus on cannabis as well, or just politics and
with the show well with North Carolina, I've just been here a month, so I'm not sure. I can tell you from the Miami perspective because I've been there 45 years. It's heavy. I live in a neighborhood that was basically a Miami version of Cuba, where it's flags all over, and they've always been Republican, and they've always been anti-black. And knowing that, and seeing this election, we especially compared to 2016, 2020, and now. Latino people in Miami are political pygmies. They will pop their pussy for a Republican real quick. That's it. So I'm glad that they're getting what they voted for. If you gotta get rest in peace, like that's it for me, because you want to be anti-black. Then that's the consequences. We have a song that I wrote for one of our commercials, and it says didn't vote black, got that ass sent back. There you go.
Damn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm very concerned about what we are going to be like after the midterms. The midterms. So, what is your prediction regarding the midterms?
He's gonna probably try to invoke martial law before that time. So there won't be no midterms.
Everybody says that. A lot of people say. I guess I'm more optimistic about it. How about you, Chris?
Well, actually, I was watching a story yesterday, and I guess they were doing like early voting or something, and they found out that they've been removed from the registration. And this is the person that's been voting for the last 30 years. So those voter rolls that they were taking, they're purging people off that. Primarily black and Latino. And as I said before, I don't think things are going to go the way that everybody think. I think people need to look back at January 6th. I think that was child's play. I'm optimistic. I'm very pessimistic about what's about to happen. More of a realist. And it's just too much going on. And then not just that. You just seen two white people, Renee Good, and Alex Preddy get shot in broad daylight in front of everybody, and how the government treated them. So I really think that people need to pay attention to what's about to happen in this midterms.
What about you, Trey?
When it comes to, I'm kind of in the same boat with Nikki, but I think didn't they just pass? Oh, I hear the echo now. I really hear it.
Yeah. You know what I want to do real quick? This is what we're going to do. I want us to go back out and come back in.
Okay.
And I want to tell everyone I apologize about this because this is new. And I'm about to send StreamYard a big ass letter because this is twice. All right. So we're going to go back out.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to come back in. And I appreciate y'all. All right.
No problem.
All right. If I hit another stream, I'll send it to you and give me a peek. Give me a sec. All right. Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
And there's no echo.
Right. That's so whenever y'all run into that on a technical, just log out, log back in. And I'll be able to fix that on my work, I'm fucking high, y'all. Sorry. Hi, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
My kind of carrying on if we didn't have a show tonight.
Right. Oh no. I make that shit work. Like there was one time I had a podcast. Thank you all for coming back. That's what it was. We needed to log back on and log back off. And I'm glad it worked out. Okay. So we were talking about
The midterms.
the midterms, and you, Nikki, say we ain't having it. Chris said, what were you saying, Chris? Because I want to go back to you.
I really think
Just real
that
quick.
it's not going to go the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. Okay. And Trey, how about you?
I'm kind of where Nikki is, because I feel like he doesn't want us to make it there. He is burning this country to the ground.
Oh yeah.
And also I think there was just some type of bill passed to where I don't know the specific details, but I know
You have to have a passport.
you have to have a
passport to vote.
Yeah, so that just passed, just like under the table, real quick. A lot of people don't even know.
Well, that's a federal law, right? So he doesn't understand that states are the ones that control the voter rolls. That states control the all the laws to that. Okay, as long as everyone has a right to vote. So he could pass all the freaking laws he wants. The governors of each state, the ones that play with him, will do that shit. The rest of us would be like, nah, just come and vote. You got ID, great, we're good. And that I'm also finding that people are now seeing the error in their ways, white communities, and I'm optimistic. Okay, yes, there will be a form of a civil war, but not the type. It'll be more of an ideological civil war. And these blue states, we bring in the money. We bring in New York and California. Okay, literally cover 50% of the budget, and the Northeast region is the richest region in all of the nation. You see, we are the highest in education. We have better living standards in many areas. Yes, there is that, they will cut their nose to spite their face. But like, what I'm finding is that there is an ideological awakening. I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible because I've seen some shit. I was 1968. 1968, the world was burning. Burning everywhere. Just pick a date in the 365 years, and I guarantee you something was going on. That was crazy. Okay. And the majority of it was in Southeast Asia. All right. But we were also in a Cold War. We're also having huge social and economic upheavals. Poverty was getting out of hand. Okay. And so they will, the white power that's here will only act. For example, we didn't get EBT until the 70s. We didn't get food stamps till late 60s, 70s. White people had food assistance since the 30s. All right. We everything that they say we do, they do it 100 times more and are more entitled to it. Yep. There are benefits I didn't know I could get that were never told to me that white communities here get. Okay, whole communities of Russian, Hasidic. Oh, I can go on.
The Jews, baby. The Jews be milking the system, baby.
Now, I want to tell y'all something. For my fans, there's a difference between the Jews and the Israelis and the Zionists. Okay? You have the Zionists who are they're over here, they're the right wing, as over here in America, all right? And their beliefs, I found out, are many of the population are not Zionists. They're just there, okay? Now, Jewish people in the world, I know them. I've lived with them. They fucking hate Israel. They fucking don't get it. The Hasidic community here, I'm going to have some interviews with some rabbis. They totally, it says in the Torah, we are to roam the earth. We are not to have a state, a land, a people. We're to be there to help community. So we have to be careful about when we say the Jews. I prefer you say the Zionists or Israeli Zionists, because like Black people, like Puerto Ricans, like this, like that, we got our dredges. Okay, and we don't want to be associated with those dredges as well. Okay, and I say this because I remember back in the day, to call a woman a bitch, the whole family was coming at you. But today, it's said just so, like, and we tend to lose our compassion, empathy, sympathy when we start denigrating each other with negative words. Okay? You're not a bitch. Do you know what a fucking bitch is? It's a fucking she-dog. You're a fine woman with a goddamn attitude or a crazy psycho, but I hate it when I have to tell my daughters, stop that. You're not bitches. Stop that. Stop even using it. I understand that we co-opt words and switch it and turn it to positive. No, that's even worse. Have you ever heard a Polish person call themselves a Polak, or an Italian call themselves, or even Mexican, a wetback? My wetback. No. What the fuck is this? So it's up to your generation to stop this shit. All right? I was there when hip hop was born in the South Bronx, right here. Hurricane, all of them. I was 8 years old playing in the fucking abandoned lots with dead fucking people in there. And when hip hop and rap came out, when rap came out and then hip hop, it was beautiful. 1990s ruined everything. It was as though the CIA came in and said, this is how you're going to do it, and ruined us. I miss KRS-One. I miss Public Enemy. I miss, oh God, Sister Soldier. All of those rappers that spoke hardcore political, oh my God. And then they flipped. Many of them flipped so they can maintain the fame. Fuck that. I'm so glad I never hit fame in my life. I wouldn't know how to deal with it at a younger age. You know, so I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent, but I want you all to understand you're beautiful, young, intelligent people that need to praise yourselves now across the board. I'm sorry. You know, like Nikki, there was one thing I wanted to, you know, I saw that you did have such a real, your perception of everything is real. It's coming back again. So it is the app. I want to know, you do see optimism though, right? I guess you do see.
I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist.
Okay.
I see it how it is. Would I like it to be better? Of course. I'm not, doom and gloom over here. But I have to be realistic as a Black person living in this world.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My mother saw how the world treated her as a Black woman, so therefore she knew how the world was going to treat me, and she prepared me for that. So when I go in rooms with white people, I let them know I speak their language. They'll never be able to speak mine, but I'm fluent in theirs. And that immediately puts them in a position to where they can't talk about me. They have to talk directly to me. And so I've always been the person that I am from a very early age. I spoke my mind. I said, whatever comes to my mind, because that's the only way I know how to be.
Right.
Then there are times when I have to, have a little decorum in certain situations. Obviously, we have to code switch, but the older I get, the less I'm doing that. Like, this is who I am, and you're either going to accept it or you're not. I don't do respectability politics. A lot of people have a problem with the language I use. Okay, well, if you can't get the message because you're too stuck on the delivery, then that speaks to your level of comprehension, not mine. Your failure to comprehend is above my level of assistance. So if you can't get what I'm saying because you're stuck on how I say it, then you're choosing not to get the point. Nobody has a problem when it's Richard Pryor, it's Paul Mooney, or it's any other black male podcaster saying the same things that I say. But because I'm a woman and a black woman on top of that, then there's this stigma. Oh, well, you're not attracted, that's not attracted to men. Well, that's your first mistake. I'm not here to attract you. I'm here to say what I got to say. And it, like my grandma taught me, people gonna like you or they don't. Fuck them. That's how she raised me. People gonna like you, people not. It is what the fuck it is.
I am in agreement to that. I was raised in a household of women, primarily matriarchy. I saw things flowed well as long as everything was good. They don't handle stress well when it hits the fan. So that's when I came in. I learned how to really take care of shit, and then I can go back and play. But that stems from the white supremacy of the white man is always on top. It's really a European type of ideology. They're all have the same, and where their women are second class. You would think I've read history in Africa where that was not the case. In many societies, but there is this patriarchy that the foundations are crumbling because many of us have daughters, mothers, aunts that are awakening to see that we need to listen to these women. We need to start understanding that their side of life is just as important. The matriarchal side is just important as the patriarchal side. In your view, I'm going to ask Trey and then Chris. When you hang out with your Trey, you're on the you're LGBTQ. You're gay.
Yes, I'm a bi guy.
Okay, bi guy. See, that is beautiful to me. I think people are able to love. I'm straight, and for my generation, it started the open sexual, and you all have taken it to a whole new level. When you all together, Trey, what is the view of relationships in the LGBT community?
The view, I need more specific question.
Yeah, how can I say this? Because I want it to be. My daughter open to me. She's bisexual. Both my daughters are.
This sounds like it might be a whole other show and conversation.
Oh no, I be talking about everything. I don't give a fuck. My daughters are proud. I love my daughters. They're strong women. I didn't raise victims. Let's put it that way, right? So I don't have time for that. They have to stand up for themselves. They have to be strong. For me as a parent, and for parents in my generation, how do we and don't understand the beauty of what you all are experiencing, how do you express to them that it's working for you? That, you know what I mean? And please forgive me, because I'm going to say one thing, y'all. I sent these people emails and asked them for questions. What did y'all, you know, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all. I love y'all. I know y'all were busy though, but go ahead. Please, how can parents open up, understand for those that don't? Okay.
Well, how can parents open up and understand is that, again, that's different for every household because everybody was brought up differently, and especially those of us who are. So I'm 42, so my parents are now. Well, my dad would be like in his 80s, and my mom is in her
God
80s.
bless them.
So it's just a whole different situation than the parents today. So the parents today, I think they're just a little bit more open to just allowing. Okay, so there's a double-edged sword at this point with the newer parents because there's a lot of gentle parenting going on now, which
I know Nikki don't play that shit.
so uh, so there's the gentle parenting, which is good because they're not all in your business, but then there's the gentle parenting that is like the countdown to Bobby fucking some shit up that just is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so parents now versus how you would address your parents or help them understand to the parents before, like the 80-year-old parents, it's just different. It's just
Right.
different. I've always just been me. So, and then I also come from a family full of happy niggas. So, we've always loved each other no matter what version comes out. And not everybody has that experience. A lot of people, particularly in Black communities, there's a lot of hypermasculinity, a lot of shaming, a lot of throwing around the F word. Like there's a lot of things specifically in urban communities that are different than in white communities.
Right.
So that's
And
kind of it's an interesting question.
I'm sorry. I again, I want to be able to kind of cover a lot of things because I don't have you all on. I want to have you on again, definitely. But when I do the shows for the first time with someone, I get excited and I want to cover so much. With with the we're gonna go past into something else here. What I want to understand is how do you all feel about older, millennials and Gen Z in the political sphere? Let's go back to politics real quick. In the political sphere, do you feel that they will be able to change the I call it the zeitgeist, and what it is that it's the social it's the social consciousness. Do you think this generation will be able to transition us into better days, better politicians? I'm seeing younger politicians coming out and really trying to make waves. People are being very vocal on social media about politics and what's going on in their communities. And I guess my question is, with everyone's pessimistic outlook on that they don't think it's going to happen, do you see in your community, in your respective communities, that there's a possibility that they can make the change?
Well, I'm a parent too. My daughter is Gen Z, so she's not the typical Gen Z because she was raised by me. So even in the 2020 election, she was in high school, but she was holding lives about the election. Getting people involved. She went to where we lived prior to me moving. Like I said, we lived in Miami's version of Cuba. So she went to the polling place where there was a majority of Trump supporters, and she interviewed them as the Cuban people. Why are you voting for him? And she was very into the politics, even though she couldn't vote. So this last election was the first time she could actually, cast a ballot, but she's been involved in it since high school. So she's very much, I guess, like an old soul. But I do think with people like her in the world, when you have parents that are active, and that's the problem with a lot of Gen Z people, that the parents are not as active. But I do like Gen Z's approach, meaning they're not going to take the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing about them when it comes to these jobs where you're trying to, get more for less, they're not going for it. So I do like that part of Gen Z where I feel like that's going to be the way to go in that direction, because they're young and they don't have that fear. Whereas us older people, as much as we don't want to be, we're tied to, okay, we have to work, we have to pay these, because that's all we know, because that's what our parents knew. But they're coming in where, like, yeah, this is some fuck shit, and I'm not doing this. So I think as more as we go along, I think Gen Z is going to change elections, or the way how we look at it, how we look at life. And that makes me optimistic, because they're trying to change things in their way. They're not looking to do it the way we did it because we did it the way our parents did it. They're looking to break that ceiling altogether. They're not dealing with that. And so that gives me hope when it comes to, whether they want to, protest, and when it comes to voting and knowing your rights and things like that, how to approach life, how to approach finances. That gives me hope, because they're not going for the bullshit.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
I would say I'm in the middle between optimistic and pessimistic. Optimistic because I do see that what they do on social media. They are out here speaking. They are, I forgot the guy's name, Adam. Very young, but he be on CNN, and he talks on Gabby's show.
Adam Mockler.
Yes, and he's really good. And I'm seeing a lot of him that's popping up. The problem is they are a small minority versus the other white kids I see, because the other white kids I see is, N-word this, or, saying something about Middle Eastern people or Chinese people, or making gestures or doing just random stuff. And I'm just like, and that's the stuff that, not only that, but that's the stuff that gets a lot of clicks and views. Versus Adam, he'll put out something and he gets a lot of clicks and views, but not like the racist ones do.
Right.
And so I think that we have an opportunity. The problem is we have too many extremely old white men that is running everything, and that's the problem. That's why I said that I don't think that anything past 55 should be any senator or president, because their views are so outdated, and we continue to keep going through the same thing over and over. A lot of the people that's serving now, they're 70, 80 years old.
Yeah, and have been in the system for too long.
Yes, and so they're still talking about stuff from the 1940s and 50s and 60s. And I'm just like, nothing's going to change, because we got the same people voting for the same people. And we know how bad gerrymandering is as well. But that's why I said that, with everything that recently happened, if these red states continue to vote red after they are in poverty still, they're still going through struggles, etc., and they see everything that's going on, then they deserve what's happening to them in the red states, in those rural areas. Because you can't call yourself intelligent and not know that you're being had. And that's why I'm hoping that the kids get there, but you never know, because they reach that, I don't know what it is about 30s and 40s, they reach that 30-40 year age, and they start turning into they grandfathers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I think it's something genetic, because it's been going on for what, 500 something years. So
it's 400 years of mental conditioning. It's really before that. The 1513 Papal Bull was written for Europe to, hey, let's stop killing us and let's go kill everybody else and take their resources. And it's a mental conditioning that's going to take probably another 400 years to get rid of. And I tell young people the best way to do it is work together. no one is better than anyone else. Everyone's got issues, problems. You can't really get too deep with them in the beginning. You want to keep it real, but I have faith that we are going to have a very hot summer, but we will be able to regain the power in the House, in the Senate, and if it comes to that, holy shit, I got to buy more weed. Really, I got to buy more weed. I'm sorry. Shit.
Give me some.
I got to be thoroughly medicated for this shit. Because this is like, I can only imagine what my grandparents and my parents are, like, holy shit, the world's about to burn. And I'm actually experiencing this now and seeing the truth. We're seeing the hardcore truth of it just from the Epstein files alone. And the people that are culpable in all this. So I got to tell you, you all are amazing. I want to thank you all for coming on. I'd like to do this again, and please, answer my emails. Don't be waiting until like the day of the show. What's going to be going on with FTP?
Well, FTP right now, we're currently working on trying to get a studio, and we want to have lives. As we've seen, doing your show live is so much better because you get everybody's interaction. And for some reason, us three with a few other people that come on the show, it just works. And so people like our authentic selves that we bring to it. Yes. And they also like some of the mess ups, as long as it ain't a sound issue, but they like some of the mess ups. They like you guys. We like that you guys are not overly edited and that you guys are being real. And so that's our next step right now, is to try to go live and try to get into an actual studio.
Okay. Trey, how about you? What's up?
Me specifically, I do the leopard print most. I am the multi-hyphenate of the group. Like, I work in music, I work in fashion, I do like social media things, and I also MC and do events and things here. So I'm all over the place.
Okay.
FTP is really awesome because I get to bring that to the table and also really get into the community and educate myself on politics. I prefer to stay away from politics just because that I don't like it. I'm an artist, and it fucks with my art in some ways, because when I have to think about reality, like, a lot of my art comes from being able to dream, being able to believe in something better. But seeing all this real shit is fucked up.
Right. I think that's why many artists are drug addicts. So don't go there. But
too late. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. I mean, because I'm going to make sure that the next show will be more art themed and more entertaining and more for you as well. Nikki, how about you? What are you going to be doing? I mean, I know with FTP, but it looks like, you're just going to start a revolution.
I have my own podcast, and I also have things that my side content, but mostly right now I am focused with FTP. So I do the promotions, the commercials. So I write the songs, I do the music.
Oh, okay.
I design the merch. So it's just, really getting FTP off the ground. It's like, we're in this, it started out as, hey, let's do this, but we're really building a brand, and we want to expand to like a network. So just trying to come up with different ideas, content, and things like that. So that's what I tend to spend most of the time on. But it's worth it. We're building a serious brand, and we just want to take it. Just want to take it to the next level. We want to have our own place where we can say what we need to say. We can give back to our community, and we're not restricted. We don't have to worry about being shadow banned. We don't have to worry about playing politics with social media. We can say what we want, how we want, when we want, and that's the goal here. So that's what I'll be working on with Vision. So we call Vision Ike, So he got to keep me and Trey from eating the cake. So because Trey and I would run amok. Like Trey and I we will run amok.
And you're the one that keeps the glue together.
He keeps it like he be on our ass, but it always works out. And yeah, we're a family now. It's not just friends. We're a family. And this is a business, but it's a business that we enjoy.
Yes.
So it's hard work, but we have a good time and we really enjoy it, and we just want to keep building it. So that's what I'm working on. So Vision and I handle that, and Trey still comes in, but he does the creative stuff, and I'll be working with Trey. He does Knickknack After Dark with me, but he'll be teaching me, that side of the creative side of the business. He's gonna be teaching me that soon. So
what's
it's a one-stop shop.
What's Knickknack After Dark?
Knickknack After Dark is where we talk uncensored. So, we have our drink, we do our gardening, we talk about, sex, but it's love, it's sex, it's relationships, but it's unfiltered. It's completely unfiltered. And we talk about other things like just, black stuff, but we make it fun because with FTP, we're more political centered and, everyday issues, but Knickknack After Dark is the wind down time.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'd love to be on. Say that again.
Yes.
For instance, like our last two shows, we focused on like Black nostalgia, like things that we used to enjoy in a better time. And a lot of it was like in the 80s, and some of it was in the 90s, even though the 90s was a shit show. But like, certain things like AOL or like BET Uncut or like After Dark, certain things that people would like the kids these days wouldn't even know existed. Sidekicks, pagers, like those types of things.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love it. I want to be on that one.
we will definitely have you on.
I got some stories.
Oh, see, that's perfect. So Trey and I will garden and we'll be with you.
My mom and my sister said, "Dude, your life, man, you're like the Forrest Gump without the mental illness." You're like, what the hell? Because I would go through life totally like an airhead in my 20s. I had no ambition. I just went, had fun. I had no kids, so I'm by myself. I got to be able to see many things. And, and realized I was at a lot of places that were historic or entertaining or things happened. And it's really cool, and I definitely want to be able to share with you all on that show. There's some stuff that was really brought to my attention that I totally forgot about. But I want to say, how can people find you?
Nikki's great at this.
Yeah.
You can find me on all platforms.
Well, before you answer that, I did have a question. How do you? This is for people that are that are multiple, like you all, 3 or more people or whatever, working together to build a business. How do you all maintain that cohesiveness?
Yes, you Ike.
Well, we maintain it because I already been knowing Trey. Me and Trey get along perfectly. And then when I met Nikki with 2 others, and everybody had their things, but me and Nikki connected more. And so I think it's about having the right team, because you don't want to have the wrong people on your team. And we have done that before, and it caused like a little friction here and there. So I'm like, we need to get a cohesive team. So Trey joined the team later, and it has been working out so far. So it's 3 of us, and then we just have guest people on here. But other than that, we really all have our own different job duties. It's not like I'm over them. I say, hey, this is your section. If you don't do it, we all fail because we're expecting you to get this done or this. So it's like, and we help each other out, but it's not like, oh, get this done. It's like, hey, everybody has their own thing that they have to do on this team. And to make it work, we all have to do it. And so that's how we kind of work out. I bring it in, because they be having ideas that be in the stratosphere. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. But we will bring it in, and that's how we pretty much get along.
I got you. Yeah, I love that. That team is very important. And me doing this by myself, I realize I have to find the right people, which is very hard to do, because you all have to have a shared goal or a shared vision for it to work. And like you said, everyone has boundaries. You stay within those boundaries. You all work together, help each other, and you will accomplish those goals. So, Nikki, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at bitch_happens.
Oh my
and
God.
the backup is bitch_happens 2.0.
I have been, all right, let me tell you, I was looking for you guys too, like in LinkedIn everywhere, and all I found was FTP. Are you serious, bitch? Say it
Bitch
again.
happens. It's bitch happens. Because bitch happens all the time. That's what I am. And you can find FTP Podcast. We're on YouTube at FTP Podcast. No, For the People Podcast Show. I'm sorry. Our Instagram is at FTP Podcast Show. So that's where you can find us. And then, Trey and Vision will give you theirs.
Yeah. Oh God, bitch happens. I love it. So I'll be following you in a minute. I'll be following you. And again, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time and the technical little difficulties we had. It did work out. Everything is great. I'll have this edited and out in the next day or so. But I definitely want to have you back on in April and this, really talk about some great things and more towards, entertainment as well and happiness, bring a good message. Thank you so much. Thank you for honoring me with your presence. I appreciate you. So
thank you for having us.
Thanks, we appreciate you.
I gotta say, FTP Podcast, where you can find them, everyone. And again, God bless you all. All right. We'll talk soon.
That's it.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All righty, everyone. It was a pleasure really talking to them today. We did have some really weird technical difficulties, which I found to be like, what the hell was that about, right? But I will say that was a great show, and it was a little bit off kilter. We kind of did it open, just to discuss some things. But I want to remind everyone that we do have the GoFundMe campaign going on. You'll find it at on GoFundMe at the OG Social Network podcast. Register for the New York State Canna Farms Tour. You can find it at the OGSocialNetwork.com and under New York State Canna Farms Tour and register there or reach out to me. It's in our bio on IG. YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, share. I did want to give a big I did want to give a shout out to Kick for Cause and the One Step Foundation, I believe. So, and be able to let you know that they'll be having on April 25th a special event to promote and sponsor and get funding for the prosthetics that many children need. And small children, they grow out of these prosthetics almost immediately, and they're so expensive to replace. So we definitely want to be able to give some love and get. I believe I'm going to have Ms. Cortez on the show in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to make this work, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. So again, thank you all so much for joining the podcast. We are going to have on February 25th, I am going to have Reverend Kelly. She will be with us there on February 25th. We'll be talking about Canadian cannabis activism, and also the Canadian Canna Tour Alliance, Tourism Alliance. So she'll be on February 25th. Then we'll be talking to a lovely young lady, Teresa Yarborough. She has a power movement down there in Pennsylvania. That'll be March 4th. And on March 6th, I'll be speaking with Regent Wanda L. James. She is the candidate for Congress in Colorado, District 1, and also a professional speaker and a big-time advocate in the cannabis industry. So we'll be talking cannabis and politics. March 6th at 3 p.m. That'll be a special afternoon. And then, of course, I have, so many other shows going on. March 11th, 18th, we'll be with Dr. Vergara, Daniela Vergara from Cornell University. And March 25th, that's March 18th, and March 25th, we'll be with Sohan Bashar at Silk Road, talking about life, love, and him running his business. So I love that guy. He's one of our great sponsors. So again, I want to thank everyone. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back. At Proteus 420, they provide high-quality services and educational resources to support your growth and help you thrive in the cannabis community. Efficient inventory management ensures you maintain a reliable product supply and avoid stock shortages. Their point-of-sale service tracks sales activity, helping you identify best sellers, top employees, and valuable customers. Stay compliant with built-in reporting, alerting you to the latest state and local regulations. With payment processing, accept payments seamlessly across various methods, including cash and debit. Their customer relation management system builds loyalty, ensuring tailored offerings for repeat business. Proteus 420, empowering your cannabis business for success. Hey everybody, we're back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Let you all know I appreciate you all. We are having some weird stuff going on here with StreamYard, so I'm definitely going to reach out to them. But again, I want to thank everyone so much for attending the show today. We will be back next week. Thank you. Appreciate you. God bless. Remember, all of you, please remember to relax, relate, and release. I appreciate you all. God bless, and good night.